Hello, I'm Harry Riley. Welcome to Harry's Tales. I've always been fascinated and inspired by powerful achievers, great people movers. My boyhood heroes were Bernard Montgomery, Winston Churchill and T. Lawrence of Arabia. Great generals like Wellington and Napoleon. How did they do it? How did they bend hundreds, thousands, millions of people to do their will? It wasn't just physical presence. They didn't have to be built like house sides. Some were small, some were fat. Then there were the great writers that turned me on, like Rudyard Kipling, Walter Scott, Robert Louis Stevenson and Thomas Hardy. The list is endless. On a lighter side, we even named our Jack Russell dog after Admiral Nelson. And our little Nelson, well, he was a great people mover, especially when he raced about with a long stick in his mouth. Anyway, I managed to acquire recently an old copy of Bernard Montgomery's memoirs from our local charity shop, and he described avidly how there was a lot of negative thinking going on in the darkest days of World War II, whilst General Rommel was storming through the desert and driving the Allies remorselessly back. It's on record that Monty told the troops to stop bellyaching and to believe they could win through. This is my simple tribute to a great soldier and his men, and there won't be many of those left now. This is called For God and Monty by Harry Riley. The lights went out and the tanks rolled in through Europe's open door. The Nazis blazed an evil trail, creating blood and gore. Retreat, retreat, those generals cried. The enemy's all around. Retreat, retreat, we must give way. They've got us licked, the game is up. They'll blast us to the ground. One soldier, though, was firm and strong and would not heed the call. His was a voice they all knew well. We'll stand and fight, and win or die, and bellyache no more. I have a plan. In the desert heat we'll trap their tanks, and with God's good grace we'll all win through, and even up the score. Now Rommel was the desert fox, and his panzer troops were legend. No one could check his onward march, until that day he met his match, in a stubborn man with a two-badge cap, and a passion for a battle. He marked a thin line in the sand. Enough of this, it's here we stop, and it's here we stand. And with God's good grace we'll fight our way through the blood and the tears every hour of the day. And they did it all for king and country, and for themselves, and for God and Monty, through the blood and the tears and the death and the pain, at the turning point of World War II, at the Battle of El Alamein. End.